that TRPA1 knockout is showed exaggerated hyperarousal related jumping and elevated LC and TH immunoactivity, especially after the trauma, to an noradrenergic mechanism and the stress regulatory circuitry, that is the anatomical distinct from peripheral pain processing and TRPA1 population. TRPA1 mRNA is highest in the EWCP structure with the nociceptive role. The thesis proposes that TRPA1 is conceptual therapeutic hypothesis based on the mechanism, not as a validate pharmacological target. Achieving clinical significantly would require CNS selective delivery strategy, intranasal administration, CNS stimulated, low peripheral bioavailability, or the region selective UCM promoter driven viral vector targeting. So these are the represents the necessity of next experimental steps before any translational claim can be made responsibly.
Thank you. Could you change again the hints to see Professor? Okay, thank you so much. And now I have to ask the reviewers. First, I would like, as Professor taught, do you agree with this? Do you accept the answers?
Yes, I thank you for the answers and I accept them.
Okay, thank you. Did Professor Robertson?
Yeah, excellent. Good, thank you.
Thank you. So you are over the help. And now the field is open for questions. I'm waiting for the questions of the audience. No any questions? Okay, I have some. I would like to ask you, and of course I'm asking Erika and Thibaut first. Okay, Erika.
Congratulations, it's a great presentation. My question is the following. What's your opinion about the translational value of these animal experiments, for example, concerning the sucrose test?
Okay, so it's more than translational. I will recommend as a lifestyle because 16% sucrose cannot harm or make any kinds of diabetes things. If you are having for like a short term, even if you are finding any kinds of traumatic events or something like that, still the role in PTSD is not clear. So I recommend as like a daily life habits. If you feel like some traumatic events or something, the sweetener can enhance your mood. So on the basis of these things, we have decided the experiments.
Next time.
Actually, I have the same question. So the relevance of the findings, so the broad spectrum antibiotic treatment is not an option for human beings. But what kind of treatment can you? Just the lifestyle or some targeted medical?
Not just lifestyle, definitely it's include both changing in lifestyle as well as the psychiatric therapeutic. But regarding the antibiotic cocktail, I completely agree with you that we cannot translate them completely. But while doing the all experiments, we have also kept to investigate other memory, like social and sociability memory. We have performed sociability test and also novel objective cognition test and definitely the open field test. And even after having these chronic antibiotic cocktail, we could not see the significant difference between in these parameters. So these memory were not getting affected even after having antibiotic cocktail. So I'm not directly recommending these antibiotic cocktail, but if we investigate the mechanism in a deeper side, even we are calculating short chain fatty acid with the gas chromatography and lots of things. So if we know the mechanism, or we have a hypothesis that these antibiotic cocktails, particularly targeting those gut microbiome which enhance their mood during PTSD-like symptoms. So I have these hypotheses, but we are working on. We are planning to even do the gut profiling. That's Dr. Tooth, where says one of the limitations of our have these things in our minds, and we are planning on that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, in this case, I would like to ask you some questions regarding the different points, different parts of the presentation. First of all, when you show the difference between the female and the male rodents, you said that, of course, the females we could have difference because of the estrous cycle. Do you think that only just the estrous cycle is that behind the differences between the female and male rats?
You are talking about the sensitive, the females.
Yeah, the sensitivity, and because there are a lot of clinical results where they
So
show
I'm,
that.
I'm not saying, if I say then sorry, but I'm not saying just the estrous cycle, but also the brain anatomy and brain volume. If you see the male brain volume and female brain volume, that's different. So that can also lead the population of neurons that manage trauma-like symptoms. It can be differentiated. I'm just saying that estrous cycle can be one reason, but there are lots of other reasons can be possible.
Yeah, this is what I would like to ask. What could be the other parts which could be effects on these differences?
One can be the brain volume that I told. It's a
It's such a big difference.
but
70% of the brain. Any other, maybe other guess about the neurotransmitter?
can come automatically with the estrous cycle and menstrual cycle. So I'm trying to find something else that can answer you. But at this time point I don't have, but definitely I will look the articles and try to find it.
Yeah, because there are a lot of human researchers, and this is what the reviewer, Professor Todd, also mentioned, that you should tell something about the human researchers, because there are a lot of human researchers where they show the different biomarkers in post-traumatic stress syndrome. Do you know any human researches about the post-traumatic stress disorder where they show that we have differences in different?
By doing investigation with the animal-based research article, I also found lots of articles based on human and glucocorticoids and corticotropin. I have seen these two are, and also corticosteroids. These three have also alteration in PTSD with the human studies.
And there are a lot of neuroproteins and neuroprotective materials which are also examined in this part. And also I wrote, of course, my question about the antibiotic therapy. It shows that after antibiotic therapy we had a better result. But my question was, did you examine exactly what are those bacteria which would survive and could help, or what are those which were destroyed? Did you do any survey?
I keep like this is already we are considering, and we have a guts kept in the -80, and we have a fecal sample. We already start measuring short chain fatty acids, but we are planning to profiling the gut microbiomes, and we will compare them with the non-traumatized and traumatized and antibiotic cocktail and the normal tap water. So we have, and even the probiotics. So we are planning to investigate and do the microbiome profiling. So we will get exactly like what are the biomarkers are reducing PTSD like symptoms.
And I checked your writing. It was so nice. I like so much the beautiful pictures from the animals. I appreciate it. Was really, really nice to see. And when I compare the results of your cases that you presented and the results of the paper where you were co-author, it's not the same. So can you tell me what are those results? What are those what you used here in this presentation, and what was your result exactly?
Okay, so in the cohort 4, I was more involved in the behavior task, especially the condition fear test and the fear conditioning. Rather than I was involved in also collecting blood samples from the tail of the mice, and we have measured with the radioimmunoassay corticotropin, and I was not involved with the immunohistochemistry and locus calculus activity, so that's why I have not included in the mice.
proposed several new biomarkers for this disease. And do you happen to check the location of those genes on chromosomes? Because if it's X chromosome